Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libras out there. Talk to me, my guides. We're moving into Aquarius season. Let's see what's happening for the Libras, please. And thank you. And yes, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Well, let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra. My beautiful friends, please and thank you. Let's get this card out here. Okay, nice and quick. And for those of you new here, I only read jumpers, so that's why I do these little shuffles. Usually your cards pop out really quick, but Spirit's being very particular for you. Okay, we have the Fool card showing up here, and that is Aries energy, and that is your opposite sign, all right? Some of you might know that, some of you might not. This is usually a very happy-go-lucky type of energy, and although it's an oracle card, to me, it carries a lot of the similar energy of the Fool. So before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. I feel like I may have seen this for you in recent weeks, Libra, but if we haven't, it's here again, right? Now, for some of you, you might not be able to see on this card, we have this woman jester here, and along the bottom, there are 3 different renditions of the Fool card, even though this is an oracle. So I get the point from the illustrator, right? It's like, all right, there's an abundance of this Fool energy, which for a lot of you could be very good. Now, if you're connected to an Aries, this is them showing up right here. Your opposite sign on the zodiacal wheel, Aries and Libra. Right, there's a connection between those 2 signs where they both want similar things but approach it in different ways. The Fool card is much more direct of a type of energy, so for a lot of you, it might just be a new chapter starting. Remember, Aries is the first zodiacal sign in the wheel, so for some of you, it could be a new journey starting, a new cycle, a renewal of some kind. Usually there's a lot of optimism surrounding the Fool card, but at the same time, there's a warning with this card as well, because it could also be spontaneous, happy-go-lucky. There's like some surprising action in regards to this card as well. So we'll see if it shows up within the reading itself. Usually it's very positive and good, but sometimes it is Spirit saying like, hey, Libra, not so fast. Don't do things too quick. So let's just put that down right there. Let's get into tarot. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. Let's see what's happening for the Libras here, my guides. And while we shuffle this deck up and get it ready, let's talk about last week's reading. For you, your reading was based around communication. The reading was titled An Unexpected Talk. Okay, so whether it was a person popping up or a conversation about a topic that you didn't see coming, that energy could still bleed over for the coming days and weeks. So just know there might be some form of communication or a talk that you didn't see coming. So we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, Libra, every reading is different. Energy is not set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards and see what's happening. Guys, talk to me about these Libras here in late January. Thank you. Okay, we have the Strength card. Could be some sort of test happening for some of you. Your strength being put to the test. There's something about your well-being I'm feeling as well. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more here. Thank you. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, a little slow and steady here. Oh yeah, I'm feeling complexity already, Libra, and we only have 2 cards out. Let's get one more, really start to piece this out. One more for Libra, please. Thank you. Moon, yeah. All right, so here's this little unexpected energy right here on the back end. We have Moon energy. Okay, Libra. Yeah, we're going to have to break this down. There's going to be a lot of nuance in this reading. I already feel it. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I look down here at the box. I'm noticing 3 different elements here. We have fire with the Strength card. We have earth. We have water. So this could be different areas of life. It could be all one thing. It could be a couple different things. You just take it how it hits. But let's really go through piece by piece and start to build this story out, because we have double major arcana, very powerful energy here. Position number 1, strength. Now, for a portion of you, you might just be connected to a Leo. The strength card is one of their power cards. And when I see this, I think of someone's internal strength. This isn't like physical muscles, physical brawn. This talks about someone's strength of character. So when I see it in its challenge, it could be someone who's either caving on something, like, all right, well, yeah, they just cave, like something they've wanted to do or something that they've vowed. Like there's a caving with this card. It's something or someone being put to a test when I see it. Another thing I always pick up is someone's well-being when the strength card is here. Usually it's a very angelic card. It's somebody who has a lot of internal peace within them. But remember, every card has that duality to it. So yes, this could be someone who's very strong, very firm, lots of good character in them, but at the same time, it could be someone that caves on things. There's an unpredictability to this card as well. And there's something about wellness showing up here, or what I'm feeling in position number 1, okay? Something about this strength card is linking to someone's well-being. So you might have to pay extra close attention to your well-being, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. Could be a lot of tests happening. Moving to the center, we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay? All knights in the tarot deck represent forward progress, forward momentum. And surprise, surprise, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of the 4 knights. Now, it could just be an earth sign that you're connected to, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If not, I always say this knight is moving at its own pace. It's slow as molasses. There's no rush here with this knight. So when we're talking about possible tests and we have some mystery, there could be certain things that are hanging up in the air. Hopefully they're not bothering you. We'll see when we get further into the reading. This knight is very detail-oriented. It's also a messenger, so we have more of those communications or talking or messages showing up here, but there's no rush to this knight, so we're going to have to dig in. Now, a challenge of the Knight of Pentacles, it could just represent delays. It could represent something that's not really moving, something that's not really progressing. So when I see stuff like this up in front, try not to get too frustrated with things. I'm already seeing there might be certain problems or frustrations or situations here that we'll dig into further as we go along. So let's get that knight right here in his spot. If that's not just representing a person, and once again, it could just be a conversation. But moving to the back end, this is where we get one of the more mysterious cards in the whole entire deck. We have the moon. Now this does link in with the zodiacal sign Pisces. So like we have Leo, we have Pisces, we have earth signs, we had Aries in the very beginning. And I also link this to Cancer sometimes because they're ruled by the moon. So we have a lot of the zodiac showing up in your reading this week. The moon to me is extremely etheric. This card is extremely subtle as well. It could represent psychic connection. It could represent intuitive gifts. It could represent your dreams, things like that. Very similar to the High Priestess in that sense. There's a hidden aspect. There's a secrecy to this moon as well. So for some of you, whether you're dealing with something that's unknown, I always say the moon to me is my biggest card of mystery. So you'll often see it, and I'll often say, yeah, this could be something that's surprising. It could be something that's unexpected. We'll have to see what else plays here, because I'm already picking up something that may be a little I don't want to say annoying, but a little problematic. And now we have this moon. Hopefully this is something turning out better than you had expected, but there's something that's just up in the air here. And I'm picking up a little frustration, whether it's you or somebody else. So Libra, I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for the lovely Libras. See what's happening here for you, my friends. Yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that strength card. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to the Libras, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, strength time. What is strength here for Libra? All right, nice and quick. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. For a portion of you, watch out for a time of having issue with money. For a portion of you, it could be issues in regards to work and stability in general. The Knight of Pentacles, yeah, more earth sign energy starting to show up here. Usually this is an energy of control, abundance, blessings, very good positive things. And when I see it in reverse, it's, I don't want to use the word unhinged, but it's unpredictable, similar to like what we have here on the moon. So there is some layer of unpredictability with things you might be handling right now. Now, when I see this King of Pentacles, pardon me, in reverse, if it's not something surprising that you're contending with, whether it's a surprising or an unexpected test or just something like a problem or a situation, please watch out for money and work issues when this is here, because this is usually very grounded and abundant and just filled with that beautiful earthy pentacle energy. In reverse, it reminds me of the Tower. Okay, so there is this surprising energy that's still lingering around here underneath. For a portion of, yeah, maybe you're just having issues with earth signs. They're surrounding the whole front, right? But I want to keep moving, and I am picking up a possible problem or situation here already, but I want to see how it all resolves. We're not going to focus in on it too much. It is what it is, right? We're not going to dwell on it. So that might be some advice some of you need to hear as well. Like, maybe you shouldn't dwell on a specific thing, a specific situation. But let's keep moving over to that Knight of Pentacles. I do feel Spirit testing you in some sort of way. Testing your resolve, testing your strength. So let's keep moving over. Let's see what that Knight of Pentacles has to say. I don't want to say this is a warning just yet, but I am seeing some frustration. You have a lot of earth energy here, Libra. Okay, if you're not connected to an earth sign, like, yeah, please watch out for finances. Watch out for things like money in this time. And I'm getting this vibe of someone not feeling super stable for whatever reason. Okay, so whether it is monetarily, whether it's emotionally, like, we could have warnings to be had within this reading. Now, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, this is generally a card of leveling up. This is a card of abundance, could be influx of money. In reverse, underneath the Knight of Pentacles, some of you might be experiencing or wanting changes in a living situation or your home, but this Ten of Pentacles in reverse under the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, okay, this is a problem, or this is a situation that's been around for a while, and I'm not seeing much improvement in it. Okay, so take from that what you will. Like I said, this could be monetary, this could be health related, it could be whatever, but there's somebody experiencing a sense of frustration here with what I have in the center. It's like, okay, time is passing. Where's the improvement here? Okay, so in this time, watch out for various problems or situations, specifically ones that have been sticking around a while. We might have a warning here. And I'm still feeling it again, like with this Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. There is this extra connection to work situations and an extra connection with living situations and family. So let's keep moving over to that moon. Maybe we'll get a different resolution when we get over to the moon, because remember, this is an energy that could pop up out of nowhere. And I was getting at here, there's like an unpredictability within the reading itself. So totally different vibe than what I was picking up for you last week, Libra, for sure. Where last week was more about communication, this one is like everywhere. The energy's all over the place. So maybe within your mind, within yourself, you feel like things are a little scattered. Let's move in on the moon. Let's see what the moon has to say. Please. Why is the moon here? Thank you. Queen of Wands in the upright. So here's some fire sign energy. This is a card of confidence. Okay. All right, for a lot of you, I do think something is going to be worth it in the end. Okay, that's one thing I do have to say. If you are experiencing tough situations or problems where it feels like Spirit's testing you, or surprising tests, whatever it might be that you may or may not be going through, when I see this, it's like, all right, there's a maturation of the energy and you'll be grateful for it in the end. Queen of Wands, very confident. If a portion of you are connected to a fire sign, you might feel like, all right, well, what are they doing? What are they up to? What are they planning? There could be some mystery around a fire sign for a very small portion of you. But the Queen of Wands is very beautiful, sexy, confident type of energy. So when I see it underneath the moon, to me, this does speak of a very positive result. So a surprising win or something turning out much better for you in the end. If you are going through these tests, these problems, these situations, you'll be better for it in the end. And I know that's a cliche thing to hear, and you might not even want to hear it. But there could be a surprising win that comes out of all this, all these problems. So it is a reason to see a silver lining, okay? And there's just a magnetic attraction to this energy as well. I really like this. But picking up a lot of people as well. There could be a lot of people, like, I don't want to say interfering with your energy, but please make sure your energy is locked down and cleansed in this time. That's a very big thing I'm feeling. Let's go through and do a quick recap, Libra, because I'm picking up lots of different things here. let's go through piece by piece, and then we'll do our shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, notice half of the spread is court cards, so we have a lot of people that could be affecting your energy in different ways, whether for good or worse. But position number 1, we have the Strength card with the King of Pentacles in reverse. And I did say the front end here does feel like there's like some grief. There's like some tough situations and problems that you might need to overcome, whether they're ones that are tougher than you thought. But Strength and the King of Pentacles in reverse, absolutely watch out for the money things, watch out for work situations, authority figures, stuff like that, earth signs as well. Like there's a lot of things contending. And I do feel like for some of you, may be going through a big test from Spirit, even if you don't realize it at the moment. Moving to the center, we have the Knight of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Might be some discourse within the home or the family as well. So like there's problems in situations. I felt a little frustration here in the center with someone saying like, all right, this has been going on a while. Why isn't this improving? This has been going on for a bit. I'm not seeing much improvement here. That's like a big vibe I was picking up in the center. So you need to do with that information what you will. But when we get to the back end, we have the Moon with the Queen of Wands. If you're not connected to a fire sign where it's like, okay, well, what's next? What are they up to? What's the next move? Because this can be indicative of action. To me, this feels really good. All these problems and situations, whatever this stuff is up front, you'll be better for it in the end when we have this, because this could be a surprising win, okay? Like a silver lining, like, okay, yeah, this wasn't fun. This kind of sucked, but the end result is really good. End result is really positive. So that's something for us to hang our hats on, right, Libra? Good energy towards the end, but it is what it is, right? Energy is always in flux, always moving. If this isn't yours, maybe there's someone around you that's just very frustrated or might be going through a difficult time. So yeah, please take a screenshot. Let's get you a shadow card here. Let's see what's happening for the Libras, please. What's in the shadows? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Doesn't always have to be a challenge though, right? Let's get you one shadow card. What's up with Libra? Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. It is a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. Obviously, no pressure. I just got to mention it. Let's get you one shadow card. What's happening here? Okay, Chariot. All right, so now we have the zodiac sign of Cancer. We have so many different zodiacal signs showing up, and that's why I said with all the people, all the zodiac signs, there could be a lot of intrusive energies that you just really need to cleanse or seal off from. Now, the Chariot, if you're not connected to Cancer, could represent situations involving distance. It could represent situations involving travel. And the Chariot, to me, is generally very positive. It's a card of forward momentum and things finally picking up. So that could possibly be Spirit saying, like, listen, this is a current situation. It's not a final destination, which would be a very, very good thing with the Chariot. The only problem with the Chariot, or challenge that I see, because it's a very determined card, it's a fast-moving card, is that chariots were originally made as instruments of war, right? They were meant for battle. So sometimes this could represent an inner conflict. So for some Libras in this time, you might have some sort of inner conflict, emotional conflict, since this is of the water element. So watch out for that in this time. There could be certain things where you're feeling very hot and cold about it, where your feelings are ever changing, ever moving, a little chaotic, okay? So I could be seeing that as well, but take from that what you will, Libra. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls tarot deck. It's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are one of your biggest goals for this year that we just entered into? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again soon.